Hey guys, how you guys doing? Daniel Benoit here, founder of the ECBRO. I'm glad you guys could tune in to Bigfoot Zone ECBRO here on the YouTube channel. And I'm here. I just got set up here at my camp, and I'll be out here for the next few days. And I plan on doing some exploring just in this general area. At nighttime, I won't be going too far. I'll be working in the woods over here, up and down the forest road, and right here behind the camp itself. I've been spending some time here during the hunting season, and been experiencing some very cool vocals. Yeah, there's some coyotes around here. You'll hear the owls, but there's some other interesting unknown vocals going on around here. And this particular patch of my research area, I'm going to be giving it a little bit more focus here. So we're going to see how it goes. And stay tuned, follow through on this little mini documentary. You don't know what I'll find. I don't know what I'll come across. I don't know what I'll experience. It's a hit and miss. That's how it goes when you're out here in the field. I'm going to be in tune. I'm going to be focused. And I got the gizmos and gadgets. Just a couple light things. A night vision. I got my thermal flare. I'll be putting that to work tonight. And we'll see what happens. So I want to thank you guys again one more time. So feel free to share this around, and if you have not done so, subscribe to this YouTube channel. All you have to do is click subscribe and make sure you get the little bell icon right there, so you can stay on top of these field videos. Haven't had much time to do what I want to do out here, so here I am. I'm putting in the time. I know I used to do a lot of field videos in the past, so we're gonna work at that. And by the way, I actually have been receiving some Bigfoot reports here in the state of Virginia, so we're going to be investigating them here in the near future. One of them is very recent, and I've actually heard another report just a few weeks ago from another individual, and that's actually in the next county over from where this other report came from. So seems like Bigfoot is blooming. Bigfoot's on the move right now. Yeah, we've been getting some warm, cold. Now, in the next couple of days, it's going to start warming up. So we'll see what happens. So, as I explore, for those who are familiar with my other field videos, you know how I like to show the scenery, to show you guys what I'm seeing. So I hope you guys appreciate that. Kind of give you a general layout of what the national forest looks like out here. Right now I'm in a pine forest right here. There's certain parts of the natural forest, you got a lot of hardwoods, you got your pine thickets, so forth, and some areas are heavily patched with your mountain laurel. So, but you may see a little bit of everything. So we're going to see what we come across. I actually did come across a track, what clearly does appear to be a track. I took a picture of that. Perhaps you'll see that on the video. It's actually right behind my tent by a down tree. Of course, the picture I took, looking at the picture, I was disappointed. As you know, when it comes to tracks, pictures don't do that much justice. But you could clearly see a humanoid track there, with some toe impression in there. Not the best. I've seen better out here, but what I've seen, you could clearly tell that it is a humanoid track. But we're going to be on a lookout for other tracks along the way. I do have plaster with me, so if I come across anything worth casting, trust me, I will do so. So let the adventures begin, and let's see what happens. Definitely love your feedback on what you think about my field videos at the end of this video. Feel free to leave comments. I take criticism, but I don't try to please anybody. This is my style. And I'm in a relaxed environment, and that's the way I believe squatching should be. Explore nature, appreciate nature. Don't go out causing ruckus out in the woods. It's not going to, it may stir up some curiosity, but you're just going to push everything away, wildlife included. That's why I go out here, I get set up, I relax, and I do my exploring during the day. Nighttime, you got to limit your exploring. Again, as I mentioned in past videos, you got to limit. There's a limit to everything. You just got to know where that limit stops. So, thank you guys. Let's get started. There's look at where my tent is right here in my camp. This down tree limb, which there's a lot of these, A lot of these came down over the last few weeks. But this here was here when I came last time. But I've been scouting around the camp. I always do that. Just look for changes or any possible activity. And I saw this impression, and I cleared out the debris. And hopefully the camera is picking this up. But right here, there's a heel right here. And up here, what appears to be toe impressions. And if I put my foot next to it, it's just a little smaller than my foot. Well, if I take my shoe off, it'll probably be very close. But there's a heel up here where the toe impressions are, right here. Now, take a walk with me. We'll walk through the center of my camp here. And there's something I noticed that was not here last Saturday, because I was here last Saturday, and this was not here last Saturday. I examined this. Nothing here indicates that there was no cutting tools. But right here, as you see, this has been ripped and twisted. This is a complete twist. And there it is right there. It was actually laying right here, but I picked it up and tossed it right there. But this was not here last week. I want you guys to see that very clearly. Look how twisted that is. That's like a corkscrew twist. This has been ripped and mangled. Now, there's some other impressions right through here. It's hard to say. But let's walk back over here. I want to show you something I found when I was gathering wood. Hopefully I don't step in it. It's a really nice impression. Where is it at? Like I said, I hope I don't step in it. It was very noticeable. Oh, there it is. I can see it from here. Right there. Right there. Look at that. This is interesting because look, it's all flat. Heel here. And right there where the toes got pushed up. Now this here is a little bit bigger than my foot. What we're looking at right here is clearly a left foot. Being the left foot, you'd like to know where the right foot is, where it might have stepped here. There's a forest road. I'm sure you can see it right out there. There's a forest road. My camp site right there. Yeah, now back during the hunting season, like I said, I've heard some crazy vocals out here. But I did take pictures of this with my phone. I just wanted to show you on the camera. I'll take a little walk over here, and I am not seeing nothing. Now that's odd. Where did this stone come from? It's been there for a little while, but it's odd to just sitting there by itself. I know it's nothing special, but this area, I know this area. I've hunted in this area. I've camped here several times already. Now, there's one time I camped here with Dad, set up the same way I am now. Dad was here. And there was no wind during our whole camp time here. Well, Dad was sitting down where the tent is. Let me zoom in and show you the tent. Right where the tent is, he was sit up, you know, his chair would sit there, and he had a good view of everything over here. Now he claims somewhere right down over here he saw this limb that was just shaking. It was like he was describing it was shaking pretty hard, just like this. And he didn't say he saw anything but that tree shaking. It made me wonder. I didn't see nothing, but when he told me, but I was here when he saw it, and I got in the position where he was sitting, looking down, I didn't see nothing. Because he said by that time, he said, well, it looks like it stopped. I went down here and looked. By the time I got down here, there was nothing. So we're seeing these track impressions, and that twisted tree, that tree that was twisted and ripped off, that's a week or less old. Again, that was not here last Saturday. I'm hoping it's going to get interesting around here tonight. So I'm going to continue doing some exploring. I was across the forest road in the woods on that side, checking things out. Found a couple interesting things. So stay tuned. And that's where I came from. I was all the way down on the bottom. And if you look over here, I still have a little bit more climbing to do. Not much, I'm almost there. Trying to catch my breath. But we're going to explore up on top of this ridge up here. Usually that's where the good stuff is. Wasn't really seeing much on the bottom. Just a bunch of deer and some small bear tracks. So we're going to check this out up here. It is interesting. However, it's most likely that this is natural due to the age and the rot of the tree. Everything just broke off and happened to catch the way it is. Of course, as you see right here, we have a much higher ridge. Which at this moment I'm not going to climb that right now. This is only my first day and evening out here. I got all day tomorrow, all day Monday, and we'll do some on Tuesday. But we're going to continue. As you pay attention, this low ridge comes up and loops around. Basically, we got a saddle right here for those who understand geographical lingo. Yep, we got a saddle with a another little hollow right here. A lot of ridges and hollows all through this whole area. So now from being up here, we'll be able to have a good view about what's around us and what's below us. And it's always safer being on the higher ground. So yeah, I'm going to take my time, continue exploring, and get me some much needed exercise. So stay tuned. Yeah. Well, the other ridge I told you that was much higher. Well, how I told you to loops around, I'm actually working my way up that ridge. And it's not as bad as I thought it would be. But I just want to show something to you. Again, this could be natural. However, we have this rotten piece of wood right here that has apparently come from the ground at some point. And this other limb, I'm going to tell you something. They're crisscrossed on a pine. The one tree right there, that's not belonging to a pine. Makes you wonder if they were actually put there or they had fallen from somewhere. So over here, look at this. We have another similar one, but much taller. Now when I see two together in structures and formations in a cluster that are very close, it actually really gets me thinking that perhaps something did make these. These are markers, territorial markers. And you see, I'm coming down off the other ridge I just filmed from, working my way up this other ridge. And like I told you earlier, a lot of your interesting and fascinating things usually when you get a lot higher and a lot further into the woods, and I'm starting to do that. There's some interesting formations up ahead. I'm not sure what we're dealing with, but I'm going to go check that out up over through there. We're going to scan this whole area the best we can, very carefully, and see what we come across. It's getting a little interesting. This is interesting right here as well. Could be from a hunter at some point in time. Sometimes hunters will take dead trees and build them up to build like a small, low to the ground blind. Very possible that's what this is. Yes, we're going to go over here. I want to check out something over here and get a closer look, see what we might have over here. It's probably nothing, but I feel like it may be worth checking out. A lot of pushed over trees, a lot of your high winds, which this area gets a lot of high winds. And when it storms out here, you get a lot of damage. Let's see what we got here. Got an uprooted tree here. Got another tree over there coming up across. And you got a small standing tree coming straight up. You got this other tree right here, which broke off. I see where that broke off from. Broke off right there. Right there. So you got some natural formation going on here. Alright, just wanted to check it out. As I bob and weave through these little saplings and a lot of down debris, so I got to watch my step here so I don't trip. Yeah, you got a lot of this around here. A lot of this, a lot of these big pine saplings, pine tree limbs coming down from the high winds. You get that a lot all throughout the area here when high winds come in. Oh, wait a minute. Gotta check this out here. Hold on. Something caught my attention. Again, it may not be nothing, but it sure does look pretty cool. If I could get around this here. Here we go. This right here. And you got the one that's going over there, which that there broke off of right here. Very, very interesting. Let's continue on this way. A lot of deer droppings. I've been seeing a lot of them. Those are small compared to ones I've been seeing. Here's a bunch of deer here. I love to find the remains and what took it down. Very good chance it was probably just coyotes. Apparently, it was definitely attacked right in this spot. And perhaps it was carried off. I'm not seeing, as of right now, I'm not seeing no other signs of the deer. Just those hairs right here. Interesting. There's a lot of coyotes, and yes, there are red wolves in here. I've seen one chasing a deer, 6, 7 years ago. About 8 o'clock in the morning. But could that be a squatch kill? We don't know. Now, look at this. This is interesting. This limb going over here. This is up underneath this other limb. And then what do we got up here? We got a, I don't know if this is old or what, but we got a break and a twist. No, this is old. It's been broke for quite some time. Yeah, this is old and rotted. Yeah, see, it's so old and rotted, I could came off, separated that easy. Alright, I don't want to go down that way. I want to try to stay on the high ground here because it seems to be where all the interesting stuff is. And I'm seeing something right up ahead here. Sorry for the malfunction here. We're going to go check that out right there. Alright, what do we got? We definitely have 3 trees that are leaning. Got the 1, 2, and 3. Let's come around the other side, get a better look at what's going on here, see if they're connected. If they are, that's going to be even more interesting. Oh yes, look at this. They are connected right there. I find that fascinating. I don't know about you guys, but I do find this interesting. I believe some of the things I'm finding can be Squatch related. And you guys don't realize how far in I really am right now. I mean, when you drive into the national forest, like for example, where my camp spot is, you're already driving down deep in the middle of the woods. And then when you trek further off or away from your camp area and you start climbing these ridges and you keep walking, before you know it, you're really far in. Trust me. Interesting. Now this is kind of open and smooth through here in this one spot. A lot of these areas can be used for bedding for your various wildlife, mainly your deer. Deer find areas like this to bed in. They bed in a lot of different areas. Trying to be careful because, like I said, I don't want to go down off of here. Although I am trying to check out the outer perimeter of this ridge before dropping down. I don't want to drop down off this ridge until it's time for me to start headed back towards camp. I'm looking at this right here, try to see if it had broke off from here, and if so, what part. Now, oh, okay, I can tell you right here. There's the end, and right up, right there. Oh, come into focus. There we go, right there. That's where that broke off from. So it broke off and wedged itself in there. It's all natural. Here we got a lot of mountain laurel in here. As I spoke in the past, when you come into areas in the woods that's well coated and grown in with mountain laurel, if you enter through the area, proceed with caution, because these are the areas where they're ambush areas. Because even in the off season, the winters, when a lot of your leaves and trees lose their leaves and stuff, mountain laurel stays year round, and it provides natural cover. I've walked through mountain laurel before and kicked up a turkey like 10 to 15 feet in front of me. Boy, did that give me a heart attack. Nearly did anyway. And it wasn't expecting it. I didn't expect to get so close to a turkey like that. Although it's happened before. I've walked up on turkeys without getting startled. But when you got all that thick debris and all the mountain laurel, you don't see what's hiding in it. Could be a mountain lion crouched down and it laid down or bedded or whatever. Alright, I know I said I wasn't going to go down, but back here it's further in, and I feel like there's something waiting for me to find back here. Because I basically came down this way. And it does saddle back around and come up to another ridge. I bet there's some great stuff back there, but something's telling me, yes, go down here. So we're going to venture in down this way. And we'll see what happens. Well, as you saw my camp, got my firewood, got the fire going. Had me a great hike. Went up and down a couple of ridges and came down through a hollow. First day here at camp, kept it light, kept it easy. Found some pretty cool stuff. Some of the coolest stuff I found was like right here surrounding the campsite. Of course, as you saw when we went up on the ridge, found some interesting structures. You know, some I pointed out that were very obvious natural occurrences. You know, natural tree fall from tree rot, the age of the trees, you know, weather damage, you know, again, obvious stuff. So on the other hand, some of the stuff we found that appeared to be hands made. So and one of the things I like to use when I say hands made, that what points me towards that is not just the style of the formation. It's just that when you find them in clusters, I tend to have more of a belief that, yeah, it was actually physically made versus naturally made through weather or wildlife. So when I point these things out, you know, I'll leave it up to the viewer. I'm not going to tell you what they are, what they're not. I will tell you what I believe they are. And if I believe otherwise, I'll try to explain to the best of my ability. So right now, what I'm doing right now is actually getting settled right here at camp, relaxed. Again, it's starting to cool down again. You know, and we have the fire going. Feels great. I am literally barely 6 feet from the campfire right now, from the fire right now, and I feel the heat, and it feels great. It really does. It feels awesome. So anyway, I got my audio recorder. I got fresh batteries in that. I will be turning that on. So, and we'll see if we get any vocalization. Last time I was here during the hunting season, I got some wild vocals, you know, so we will have the audio recorder recording. I usually wait till it starts to get dark around this time of year. Here we are, April 3rd, And you know, since daylight savings time set in, changed not long ago, we're looking between 9 p.m. till midnight. Is when we're most likely to get our crazy wild vocals. Now, of course, I have picked up on my audio recorder where I've left my audio recorder out all night long. And I do set a timestamp on it. I mark the time that I'm setting it out and hitting record. That way, as I go through the audio and I pick up something, okay, I can tell you exactly what timestamp, what time in the morning or evening that happened. So we will be doing that for the next few days, and we'll take it from there. So for the time being, we're going to enjoy camp. I'm going to have a couple more blue moons, relax a little bit, get me something to eat, and again, remember what I told you guys. You want to be in a relaxed setting. You don't want to throw out a lot of noise. You don't want to have any chaos in your camp. If you expect them to come through, or you want them to come through, allow them with an invite by allowing your setting to be relaxed and calm. If they're in the area, if they're going to be moving through, or if they actually already were in the area and observing you, you know, they want to feel comfortable. And if they feel that they're, you know, that me, you, or anybody is a threat, you know, they're not going to take the chance. But if they're going to be around, they will make themselves known, and that's a fact. They always do. It never fails. I mean, if I don't get nothing, then they're either not in the area, or they're simply just ignoring you, or just in a whole different area where they might feel more comfortable. Now, keep in mind, it is believed that they do feed in the evening, like a lot of other predators. A lot of your known apex predators feed in the evening. A lot of your apex predators are nocturnal. Now, I am not saying that Sasquatch is nocturnal. I am not saying he is always at night, because he is seen during the daytime. But the feeding time is at nighttime. Too, nighttime is when they are able to maintain their invisibility. However, they could stay more, you know, unalerted. They could less undetected. So keep that in mind. That's why they work at night. They do move during the daytime. They stay deeper and higher ground, on the deeper and higher ground. I have had witness accounts, some of them very recent, that they are moving through the daytime in your deep remote areas. So something to keep in mind. So let's see what happens tonight. I'll be back. Alright, it's 7:34 p.m. As you can see, it's still daylight. And the coyotes, at least I'm assuming they're coyotes, unless there are other canines in the area. As far as I know, there's nobody camping within a 2-mile radius from where I'm at. Well, no, wait a minute, yeah, about a 1.5 to 2-mile radius down that way. There's nobody behind me all the way through the main highway, Route 250. There's nobody between 250 and where I'm at. But what I'm hearing is coming out this way from the back part of the ridge. It's not your typical coyote. More of a heavier bark, with a little bit of a no howl, but there's more than one, I'll say that much. Last time I was camping here during the hunting season, somewhere just behind camp here, very close, there was a solo one all by itself. And for the record, I've heard coyotes numerous times. I know how coyotes sound. Now, I've also seen red wolves in this area. But the canine vocal that I'm hearing it's a little heavier. Almost as if it was domestic. The thing is, that's all I've heard. I mean, I don't know what else to think, because there's no, as far as I know, I mean, there hasn't been no canines all day long. I've hiked the back ridge, actually 2 sets of ridges back here. I went out back here earlier today. I've been down the road, Forest Road. I've been up the other way, and I just don't know. But we will have the recorder out. I have it right here. The recorder I use is the Olympus digital audio recorder. Great little device. Picks up long range. Works great. It's only about 35-40 bucks. Get them at Walmart, Target. But we're gonna listen. We're gonna see what happens, because it's starting to get dark very slowly right now. So, and let's see. Yeah, we've been having some traffic up and down the Forest Road. A lot of people spend their, spend the day down at the lake fishing. Some people are actually coming in. Some people do use the main road, Forest Road out here, as a shortcut to another location. But it's whatever. But I'm here, sitting here relaxing, got the fire going, nice fire. And I just started, I wanted to let you guys know what I just started hearing. So I may have to get the audio recorder set and record it a little earlier. I'm not going to put it on quite yet. I'm going to continue to listen and see what see what happens. And kind of go from there. So, well, it's been a quiet night. I've been running, checking with the FLIR, surrounding the camp, and heard a couple of things in the distance, and nothing to get excited about. But, right now it's only 9:30 p.m. The audio recorder is running right now. The temperatures are dropping right now out here. It's actually getting pretty cold tonight. I still got a good fire going, but I'm gonna put the equipment away, because this cold air will definitely kill the batteries. It's no big deal. They're all rechargeable. But I'm gonna hang out around the fire, stay warm. And then inside my tent, I'm all prepared. I got a nice warm bundle to get under. So I'm just getting things situated, getting everything tidied up. It's been a nice first day and night. Enjoyed the hike, exploring up on the ridges. But I'm going to continue to sit here and relax and enjoy this nice campfire. So, but it's a clear night. Got the stars out. Again, it's just very cold right now. So, stay tuned.